We spoke with the cast and creators of the brand new Apple TV Plus show, Shrinking. Here now is my conversation with the man himself, the creator of Scrubs, Ted Lasso, Cougar Town, Bill Lawrence.
Oh, look at that sign, man. Awesome. I see the Believe sign.
Thank you so much. I've got the Funko Pops as well.
Oh, dude, the Funko Pops are hard to get, man. I can't get
Especially
my
in
hands on
Malaysia,
that.
my friend.
I got
Especially in Malaysia.
I was about to say I got tons of pull. I haven't gotten my hands on those yet. That's very upsetting to me that you have those. By the way, your thing hasn't started yet, I promise. What time is it there? What are you working on?
I'm in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and I think I started doing these interviews at about 5 a.m.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it is an absolute pleasure. Let me tell you, Bill, whenever there is a Bill Lawrence show coming out, I face a lot of apprehension because I love your work. So every time I click play, I'm just thinking, please don't suck, please don't suck. And it doesn't. And then I'm like, hey, this is joyous.
Oh, I'm so great. By the way, I can send you some of the shit bombs I've done if you want, man. There's some bad stuff. I made a TV version of Rush Hour that was awful.
I have not seen that. Good God.
You're lucky. You're a lucky man. By the way, you and no one else has seen it, my friend.
Tell me this. A few months ago, I was speaking to Phil Rosenthal about the nature of sitcoms and how it's kind of changed from the time he was doing Everybody Loves Raymond. And I won't name any names, but streamers keep churning out these 30-minute throwbacks that are absolutely awful. And just when I'm about to sit down and write that article about how the sitcom is dead, there's a Ted Lasso or a Hacks or a Shrinking, which is great. You've been doing this for so long, and I was curious, was it always this hard, or has it gotten harder to make that 30-minute sitcom?
No, you know what I think, man? Thank you for being kind, first of all. And Hacks is awesome. It's a killer show.
Yeah.
I really dig on it, man. Look, I think that the interesting thing nowadays is that if you don't evolve and you try to do, what you used to, I couldn't do Spin City today. You know what I mean? The exciting thing for me, and the reason I get to pretend that I'm still relevant, is I surround myself very intentionally with young, talented writers, male, female, all different backgrounds, from every walk of life. And I suck their blood and I take credit for their work. And but no, more importantly, it's so fun as a writer getting to hear these different viewpoints these people freak out because I fancy myself so young guy that I can go, look, man, when I first started writing on my first TV show, the writing staff was 8 white dudes and 1 woman and me. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And they're like, no way. Was it like the 1920s? I'm like, nah, man. you know what I mean? And so
yeah,
I think the thing that keeps me into it is getting a handle on the zeitgeist and what people are into, and realizing that they're more out there with their feelings and more prone to being emotional and mixing comedy with emotion and pathos. It's the stuff I've always dug, man. So
I was just about to say, there's always humor and a great amount of pathos and emotion in everything you do. So, Bill, being from Malaysia, we're a teeny tiny market. So I have no idea if I'll get a chance to do this with you when the Ted Lasso junkets come around. Yeah. So I've got one Ted Lasso question before
you're welcome. You're welcome to it, man.
Thank you so much. Which is, I think the greatest thing about shows that inspire us and characters that inspire us, like Ted Lasso, is that we want to be like them, or we want to emulate their characteristics. And I think Ted Lasso has done a lot to push this kind of kindness in the world. And I was wondering, when you make something like that with this global impact, how does that affect the next thing you do? Because it's great. It's right up there.
It's incredibly daunting. And I'm going to give props to Jason Sudeikis because he'll talk about it. He's running the 3rd year of Ted Lasso. It's why I was able to do Shrinking and Bad Monkey. And when we set out to do the show, we knew we wanted to write about hope and optimism. We didn't go, and we'll change the world and the way people think. We just wanted to do it because it's what the show was about. Jason and I had a shared interest in mentorship and in kindness and optimism being put out into the world. And we knew it would be fun to work on because of that environment, and didn't know it would happen. Almost overnight, I'm not feeling, the heat. I know he feels an obligation to deliver on that promise, this season. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, that scrutiny, you'd rather have it than not. But it's daunting because, at the end, we really just set out to do a show that I used to call my production company Noble Failure Productions, because if you could do something that even if it never made it, you would be proud to watch with your friends and family. That's all you can set the bar with, and so I find it daunting, but I personally, I welcome the challenge. And also, by the way, every time that you get crapped on and it doesn't work, that's an excuse to set the bar again and be like, oh, start over, man. It's fun. Anybody that complains about this gig, man, you have my permission to reach through the camera and slap them around. I got the best job in the world.
Yes, you do, sir. And you know what? You do a great job entertaining us in the process as well. And that's all the time I have. It is an absolute pleasure to speak to you, Bill. And listen, Ted Lasso shrinking, both fantastic. Maybe now they'll give you the money to make that second season of Clone High.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, because it hasn't been announced yet. Clone High comes second, third season. Come on HBO Max. We made them already. Chris Film.
What? Yeah, that is insane. Okay, thank you very much.
By the way, I'm working for Apple, so I'm not going to get yelled at. But put it out there in the world. It's coming, dude.
Will do. Thank you so much.
See you, man.
Just gonna leave your car here?
I'm a white guy in Pasadena. The cops will probably just take it back to my house for me.
Must be nice.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out our other interviews right here on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, sound off in the comments below. Give us your praise. We crave your affirmation. You know what to do.